Do you think he'll bring that up at all?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Because he hasn't had much to brag about winning-wise.
Very true. Very true. We've got games underway already. Rutgers started at 5 o'clock this afternoon, Big Ten football games. Here's a question, and I'm really anxious to watch, even though we don't play the Gophers. I think that's a good matchup with North Carolina, Minnesota, up in the Twin Cities. Here's my question tonight. Colorado's playing North Dakota State. They also just kicked off as well. Who do we want to win that game? I think most Husker fans will go, oh, anytime you can beat Colorado, yes. But do we want Colorado being 0-1 coming here next week and taking some luster off the game? I'm debating that. I want that game to be huge.
I do too. I think I want them to win and come in here cocky and think they're going to win again and then just give it to them, hand it to them. The more hype, I think, the better. And I think this is a team that's going to be able to handle it better. Again, I just go back to this. This is a veteran group. They have different. It's a different feel. It's just a different feel, and they have a different kind of confidence about them. And, they just, I think, are ready to take that next step. So I think they're going to be able to handle a bigger moment than maybe in the past, if that makes sense.
I agree. Now, if they lose, then you put a lot of doubt in their mind, and maybe they're easier to beat next week. I mean, I can argue. You know how in the old debate classes they go, argue this point or argue that point. I could do both.
Yeah,
for this one tonight.
And with as much turmoil as there's been around Colorado, the wheels could come off real quick if you lose a game like that out of the gate. But I think I would want it to be just as big as possible, and so I think I want them to win. And then they go on the losing streak for the rest of the season.
Yeah, lose 10 in a row.
Win your first one, and then you can start the losing skid the next week.
Well, it's fascinating. So I'll certainly be – I've got the DVR recording this one because I obviously want to go back and break it down and get ready for next week's broadcast. But it's an interesting question. Do you want a team coming off of a loss, or do you want them winning, coming in here, build up the hype for next week's game? Now, hey, we got to do our part. We got to take care of UTEP so that we're 1-0 going to that matchup as well. But that's an intriguing matchup. North Dakota State has gone in. They've been winning to Iowa a decade or so ago and beat the Hawkeyes. They went to Manhattan, beat K-State in a game a few years back as well. So they are giant killers. They are certainly capable, I think, of beating Colorado in this game tonight. We'll see.
It's crazy for as much as, this team, and they are absolutely focused on UTEP.
Yeah, and they should be.
Yes. Not worried at all about that. But for the rest of us, I think every conversation that I've had, it's Colorado. Somehow Colorado comes in. So we're not following Coach Rhule's advice and going 1-0 this week. We are absolutely looking ahead.
I've been on a couple of our affiliates this week doing preseason, and every one of them go, which game are you really looking forward to the most? I'm like, well, how can it not be Colorado? It's early. We owe them from last year. It's a longtime rival. I go, there'll be bigger games down the road, but as I sit here on August 29th today, it's Colorado, and it's in 9 days. Yeah,
and just with all the off-season drama with Prime, and like you said, Nebraska dominated that first half.
They did.
Last year, and felt like they let one go, didn't take care of the football, and then Shadur went crazy. So I think they circled, but I'm with you. And just with the history there, and a night game on NBC. I've heard some talk about some of the I guess the show that's going to take place around the big screen and the fourth quarter light show. And so it's just going to be a dynamic atmosphere. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, it's the biggest game to start the season. And then when you move on, they'll get bigger and bigger.
Right. And that's what the hope is. Keep piling up wins, and every week becomes a little bit bigger. Folks, go support childhood brain cancer research by donating to the Team Jack Foundation. Your contribution funds life-saving research for new treatments and offers hope to children and families. Donate today at teamjackfoundation.org. You ready?
Let's
ready
do
to do some picks?
I'm ready.
All right. We're back with the big dog. We'll do some picks of some college matchups coming up over the next couple of days. That is next.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Get ready again for some Nebraska farm facts. When there's work to be done, Nebraska soybeans are on the job in many of your everyday products. In fact, Nebraska soybeans are hard at work in Goodyear tires, Ford cars and trucks, Skechers shoes, asphalt, fuels, lubricants, name brand paints and stains, and more. Soybeans are an innovative replacement for petroleum, leading to more sustainable products all over the world. This message is brought to you by Nebraska soybean farmers, growing opportunity from the ground up.
Woodhouse Cadillac, where luxury meets performance. Discover the latest Cadillac models designed with cutting-edge technology and unbelievable design. Lease the 2024 Cadillac XT4 Premium Luxury All-Wheel Drive for $559 a month for 39 months, 10,000 miles per year. With approved credit, tax, title license extra, must have current GM financial lease, $1,500 down or trade equity, plus first payment and $299 doc fee due at signing. Retired courtesy vehicle. Offer expires 8/31/2024. See dealer for details.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Pickup truck, sports car, motorcycle, minivan, townhouse, two-story, farmhouse, fixer-upper. What you drive and where you live is different for everyone, so it's important to have insurance that fits your needs and is just right for you. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that, which is why our agents help you design a comprehensive auto, home, and life insurance plan. Insurance that fits just right.
See Shelter Agent Natalie Kerr in Lincoln, Michael Reeves in Omaha, or Julie Null in Plattsmouth.
When you're in the stands and have the ability to control your irrigation in the field, it's a game-changing moment. Valley is where farming meets end zone efficiency. With AgSense remote irrigation technology, farmers become the MVPs of their fields. Experience real-time, play-by-play action and control that keeps you ahead. Score big with irrigation technology from Valley. It's technology that improves your life and lets you be at the game and in the game. Find your local Valley dealer at valleyirrigation.com.
When you buy a Subaru, you're buying more than a vehicle. You're buying safety for your family, an investment that will hold its value, and something that will last a long, long time. In fewer words, you're buying trust. According to Consumer Reports, Subaru has been ranked the 2023 Best Mainstream Automotive Brand, and the Subaru Outback has been named a 2024 Recommended Model. For a limited time, you can celebrate them both with special offers during the Subaru A Lot to Love event, now through September 3rd. Visit Duteau Subaru at 27th Street and Jamie Lane in Lincoln or at duteausubaru.com. Learn more at subaru.com/CR. Consumer Reports does not endorse products or services.
Set. Hike. When champions take the field, they come ready to play. TNL Irrigation understands the value of momentum. Like a Husker drive, there's no stopping. If you live for farming and football like we do, TNL Irrigation has you covered. Check your fields from the game with a remote system, or just enjoy the play knowing our systems are reliable as a sold-out Memorial Stadium. Touchdown! Nebraska born, Nebraska strong. Husker Nation and TNL Irrigation are like no other.
It's time for another round of Nebraska Farm Facts. If there's one thing Nebraska's known for, it's our beef. And Nebraska soybeans feed a lot of them, and even more pigs and chickens. Farmers and ranchers raise livestock and poultry to provide nutritious, affordable protein for all ages to help build muscle and maintain energy for a healthy lifestyle. Keep that in mind as you prepare all that tasty meat on your tailgate grill. This message is brought to you by Nebraska soybean farmers, growing opportunity from the ground up.
Welcome back inside our Huskers Radio Network Broadcast Center, sponsored by Akrs. They are the Midwest's premier John Deere dealer, supplying the equipment and service to advance agriculture and much more. Akrs, solutions for every field. We welcome you back for our first edition of Picks 2024. And Jess, we've been looking forward to this for months to get back into the picking these games.
I also love how you are donning my crown. You know, I figured last year I needed to share a little bit, so I let you borrow it this season. But I'm glad you're donning it today, and you don't get too attached to it. Is all I'm saying.
Jeremiah, this is what the winner gets to wear.
Oh, yeah. Trust me, I'm building from my momentum with the golf picks, right? I swept you guys on golf this year. Just murdered you guys.
Cyril started asking us about college football picks in, like, June because he won the first golf pick'em, and then it's ever since then he thinks he's going to win everything else.
Apples to oranges. This is not the same thing at all.
He hasn't had much success in the football picks, so I don't know where his confidence is coming from.
I'm kind of thinking of it like, I'm not good at golf, so maybe I should be good at betting on golf versus I was good at football, so maybe I'm not good at betting at football. You can't have everything.
However you want to rationalize it, bottom line is you haven't won. So is this the year?
Jessica.
Cold-hearted right there. And we've added Josh Oakham into the mix. Josh back with the network after a couple years of absence, and he's a veteran at making these picks. So where Cole, I think, just kind of threw darts. Josh, you ready to rock with us tonight?
I'm ready. It's been a while. I don't remember how good I ever was at this part of things, but yeah, we'll see how it goes.
All right, well, welcome to the team. Well, let's jump into it. We got a game that's already underway up in the Twin Cities, Minnesota, North Carolina. Now, guys, this one opened as a Gopher favorite. North Carolina at the kick was a 2-point favorite in this game. I like the Heels in this game. Both schools, both teams breaking in new quarterbacks, but give me Jessica, North Carolina to win on the road tonight in the Twin Cities.
I got to disagree with you. No, Cyril's man crush is gone, and Drake May, and that's a huge hole, not to mention it seems like they are completely replacing their offensive line. Not a good sign. At Minnesota, give me the Gophers.
Woo!
I'm with Jessica. I'm with Jessica on this one too. I got to go with the Gophers just based off of even when the Gophers are at their worst, they're a 7-win football team.
I think those are great picks.
Yeah, I know. Hey, we're taking one on you early, Greg. We're going to take one on you early here. So yeah, give me the Gophers. Go.
All right, Josh, where do you come down? You're the tiebreaker on this.
That's what I was going to say. I'm going to make it an even tie. I'm going with North Carolina. It's more just me being not on the row the boat train. So give me the Tar Heels.
All right, the students agree. They're Tar Heels as well. So it's the 3-2. I love the 3-2s.
Yes.
Jess, when we get them mixed up. All right, we're going to jump to the Saturday games. This is a good one. This is the big Fox game at 11. It'll lead into our broadcast on Fox with UTEP. Penn State, 8th ranked in the country at West Virginia. Nittany Lions favored by 8. You've been a big Penn State's been good to you.
I was about to say, why do you even ask me? When Penn State's playing, I'm picking them. So give me the Nittany Lions. I'm going to roll with them again this season.
All right, Jeremiah?
I think this West Virginia team actually is going to be pretty good this year, but I can't bet against Nittany Lions week 1. Give me Penn State.
Okay, Josh?
Yeah, I'm also going Penn State here. I was very tempted to jump on West Virginia, but just a little bit too much here. I'm going Penn State.
Students agree. This one's made me nervous, and I've gone back and forth. I really wanted to pull the trigger on West Virginia, but Penn State's better. They just have better athletes, better football team. I think they survive and get a win in that game. But that should be a fun one to watch before the Huskers kick off their game later in the day. All right, I'm going to jump back to the Friday night Big Ten game. Florida Atlantic, 14-point underdog at Michigan State. New coach, new quarterback for Sparty. Michigan State has struggled early in the year the last couple of seasons. Are they upset prone here at all, Jeremiah, or do you like the Spartans?
I had a lot of respect for that Oregon State football team last year and the way that they finished the year strong. They were physical, and I think it might just be a little too much of FBS talent going here on the Big Ten talent side. So I like Sparty.
Josh?
Yeah, give me the Big Ten team here. I think that, they'll just out-talent them. There might be some struggles early for, with the new coaching staff, but I'll go with Spartans.
Spartans are also the pick of the students. I'm a big Aiden Childs fan, the new quarterback from Sparty. I think he's going to be dynamic for them. I think because he played under Jonathan Smith's system, that'll be enough for them to avoid an upset at home. I'll go MSU.
I'm not going to disagree with you guys, and I am not a fan of Tom Herman, so it makes it even easier. But I think Michigan State got some help in the portal, so I think they're going to out-talent FAU in this one.
All right, Josh, coming to you. And this one's a sneaky good game. It's Northwestern hosting the Red Hawks of Miami. They won 11 games a year ago. They have a Gabbert at quarterback of that Gabbert tree. He's the younger brother of all of them. They're only a 3-point dog, and as we heard in the Blitz the other night, Miami of Ohio is 7-3 all-time against Northwestern. Josh, how do you see this one?
Yeah, it's so weird. When I saw this line, I was surprised before we heard from Louis on the Blitz, but it makes sense. Miami of Ohio is pretty good, but I don't know. I was so impressed last year watching Northwestern that I think I'm going to lean toward them. I'll go with the Wildcats.
The students agree with you. I'm going upstream. Give me the upset. I think Miami of Ohio with the better veteran quarterback. Northwestern's not settled at that position. I think they're ripe for the picking. Give me the MAC team.
Yeah, and I think this is the toughest pick for me on this list. I went back and forth on this one. I'm with Josh. It was impressive to see how Northwestern fought through last year with so much adversity, but I can't go against a good quarterback, Greg. I'm going to have to go with you. I'm rolling with you on this one.
All right, Jeremiah.
I echo all the things you said. You look at that MAC team last year, I was really impressed. They have some talent. They return a lot of talent. Northwestern's roster is as bare bones as they come in the Big Ten. I think this has got the Red Hawks written all over it.
Is this going to be, Jeremiah, another year where we look up at the end of the year and go, how did they win 7 games again? I mean, we seem to do that a lot with Northwestern, right?
Yes, but this year's I feel is different. You know, I feel that they lost some key pieces in the portal. They really didn't reload. They're playing in like a temporary building out by the lake. Like, there's just a lot of things going on for Northwestern right now that doesn't point to me to winning football.
And Miami's not going to be scared. I mean, they're not going to.
No.
Miami of Ohio's not going to go in there scared at all. They're going to go in there fully expecting to win.
That game kicks off same time as our game Saturday at 2:30. All right, UCLA at Hawaii, prime time on CBS. That baffles me a little bit. Hawaii played last week and won. They beat an FCS school. That may give them a bit of an advantage. But this is a Bruin team that's won 8 games, 3 straight years. I think UCLA gets a road win for Deshaun Foster, who coaches a team that you know is in Los Angeles.
Yes.
Didn't know if you guys knew
yes.
We're in Los Angeles.
They're 2 iconic brands, UCLA and Big Ten. I'm going to go with the new head coach getting his first win. UCLA, they still have more talent than Hawaii, bottom line, so I'm going to go with UCLA.
Big dog.
Just like I said with the Michigan State team, I'm going to take the Big Ten team, UCLA, to beat up on the Hawaii team. So that's still going to take some getting used to saying, but I definitely think the talent prevails in this one.
Josh?
Yeah, I wasn't super impressed with Hawaii against Delaware State last week, so I'll also go with UCLA.
And the students make it a clean sweep. They go UCLA as well. Boy, I'm ready for this Sunday night game, primetime on ABC. USC, 23rd ranked in the country against 13th ranked LSU. This is a fun little matchup, Jessica. This should be an entertaining game on Sunday night.
You know what? I'm going to do it against my better judgment. I'm going to go with USC. I just...
Oh, you homer with your Lincoln Riley fanboys. My goodness.
Look, LSU's defense has some things to figure out. And one thing that we know about Lincoln Riley is that they're going to put up points. I know that the defense was abysmal. They got a good defensive coordinator. I don't know. There's the film's out, and I guess on what they're going to be able to do. But I'm going to go with the offense in this one and Lincoln Riley because I don't care that they're replacing Caleb Williams. They're going to put up points. So I'm going to go with the offense in this one in USC.
Absolutely not. USC is toast. They don't have the athletes. They don't have the size. LSU is going to walk in there and wipe them up and down, and that's going to be the first of many tail beatings they take in as they walk into big physical football. This isn't the Pac-12 anymore, boys. Give me LSU.
Goodness.
Wow.
Oh.
Man. I'm with Jeremiah on the pick of USC. I don't know if I'd go so far as to say that they're going to beat them up, but I'm not convinced that USC has the defense. They're going to have to prove it to me. I've heard, that they are improved or whatever, but they haven't been good so far. So I'm going to go with LSU with this one.
Students are with you, Jess. You got some help in this
students.
one. Students go USC.
Which student picked this week?
David, I believe.
Yeah. Well, David and Duke both picked.
Yeah, they comboed.
They collaborated.
All right. I think Duke did pretty well, so
yeah.
I feel pretty good about that.
All right. 4-point favorite for LSU. I just think they're a more sound football team. Year 3 for Brian Kelly. I'm tie-breaking. I'm going with Josh and Jeremiah, and that give me LSU. But I think it's a really good football game. I don't think I disagree with Jeremiah. I don't think it's a blowout. I think USC will hang in there in this game.
That's just wishful thinking.
How does LSU get the primetime game to start the year every year, I feel like?
They do, don't they?
I feel like every single year it's primetime LSU to start the year. It's very strange, but, we'll see. They always have some sneaky, really good talent on that team that you get to see week 1.
All right, Jeremiah, Georgia, Clemson. Has Clemson lost their way? Dabo Swinney's had that magic going for a number of years. This is a neutral site game. Quote, it's in Atlanta, much closer, obviously, to Georgia. But how about Clemson, Georgia?
I worry about Dabo and his next 2-3 years there. I think he's lost a little bit of the mojo. I think the NIL space has really thrown him for a bit of a loop. Georgia's just going to reload again this year. They're going to be so talented. I don't know if they lose a game this year. I got to go the Dogs.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm with you, Jeremiah. I think that this one could be a big-time blowout. Clemson is just there, like you said, they're don't feel like they have the talent. I feel like Dabo is just not the way something went awry a couple years ago, and I don't know if he had lost his focus or what, but I think Georgia is going to go into this one and just is going to roll.
Ever since DJ Doodoo left there, it's just gone south.
You had to slide it in, didn't you?
I had to get it in.
And how is he still in college?
College Van Wilder, baby. College forever. Him
He's
and
like
Bryce
the
Benhart.
next, who was it?
Vin Stilley.
Vin Stilley. You said that all the time. College forever. It's DJ Doodoo this year.
Yes, sir.
All right, Georgia, 2-touchdown favorite. That's probably about right. Give me the Dogs in that game.
I got Georgia, too. I'm not going to even make it an argument.
Come on, Jess. You know you want them. Take the Tigers.
All right, our next game up for the picks, and I lost whose turn is it. Josh, is this back to you? South Dakota State, the defending FCS champs, travel to Stillwater to take on Oklahoma State. Cowboys, 9.5-point favorite. Should they be worried, Josh?
Oh, yeah, they should be worried. And I was almost ready to pick the upset, but I'm going to play it safe in week 1. No need to go out there and be too wild with my picks. So I'm going to go with Oklahoma State, but man, I was very tempted to go with the reigning FCS champs, like you said.
Students are with you, and I am as well. Oklahoma State got tripped up early last year by somebody, and I should have gone and looked that up before I did the pick segment today.
I think it was somebody from Louisiana.
South Alabama or something like that?
South Alabama. It was South Alabama.
Beat them in Stillwater. They better be ready. South Dakota State's good. They've got good players. They've got a tradition of winning up there. This is close, and that's why the line is single digits. But it's in Stillwater. Give me the Cowboys, but this is one to keep an eye on, I think, on Saturday.
Yeah, but Oklahoma State's going to run the football well with Ollie Gordon, so go Pokes. I'm rolling with Oklahoma State.
You know, if this was South Dakota State's team last year, coming off of when they won their first title, I would have taken South Dakota State. I mean, they had multiple guys drafted. They had the Yankee twins. They had 2 offensive linemen that are now in the NFL. You know, they had running backs all galore. But really, all they have is Mark Gronowski, who's a very good quarterback. He will be playing on Sundays. I just don't think they'll be able to hold up for 4 quarters against that team. The thing, though, is if they play such sound football, if Oklahoma State gives a few turnovers in the second half and lets the Jackrabbits hang in there, they may be able to do something at the end. But I can't take them on the road. I just can't. I got to go Pokes.
How has college football not stolen that quarterback? How is he not gone?
I don't know. I am so surprised he's not playing for a Power 5 team. There's something about those Dakota school Power 4. Those Dakota schools are loyal. Like loyal. Kind of like no one wanted me when I was a 210-pound linebacker, and now I'm a 308-pound offensive lineman. I'm sticking with the school that wanted me. There's a loyalty factor with those schools.
Yep. All right, one of the battles of Florida, Miami at Florida, 2 head coaches that need a good season. Cristobal at Miami, and then you've got, lost his name to Florida. Was it Louisiana? Never mind, doesn't matter. Gators are underdogs at home in the Swamp, 2.5 points in this game. I think Miami's the better football team. I think they go on the road and win.
I am going with Miami. That offense could be really dangerous, including Jeremiah's favorite running back, or one of, A.J. Allen, in that trio of running backs. I think just across the board on offense, it's better. We'll see defensively how they match up, but I'm going to go with the Canes.
Yeah, you know, they got rid of that quarterback last year that didn't kneel the ball down, and they ended up losing that game. He's not in Wisconsin, so that's all good and gravy. So I think Miami rolls over. Billy Napier's who we're looking for.
Billy Napier. God.
Billy Napier. It came to me as I was saying that. I think that Miami rolls, or not rolls, but I do think Miami gets off to the better start.
Josh?
I'm going to go with Florida here, and here's why. I think that they have a incredibly difficult schedule, and so I think they're going to come into this one with maybe some desperation of like, okay, if we don't start off with a win, it's going to be all downhill. So they're going to put a lot into this one. I think that Miami maybe is a little bit better, but it is at Florida, so I think that helps a little bit. And like I said, I think they're just going to play with some desperation, and maybe that'll pay off. I'm going to go with Florida.
Students agree with you. So we got 2 Gator picks in a second. Again, the line's 3, so it's a field goal, almost a pick-em type game. So that should be a lot of fun. Miami's my pick, so we got 3-2. I love it when we have 3-2 matchups. Okay, Jess, last game pick for everybody. Notre Dame, everybody's favorite team, traveling down to College Station to take on Texas A&M under a first-year head coach. The Aggies, 3-point favorites at home. You like them?
No, I'm not going with the Fighting Trev Alberts. I am going. There's 2 teams that I consistently pick, and they've done me pretty well, and it's Penn State and Notre Dame. So I'm going to go with the Fighting Irish. I think they're going to be pretty solid defensively, so I'm going to go with Notre Dame.
A tradition like any other, Notre Dame being highly ranked to start the year and getting embarrassed in the first game of the year. So I am going with the Fighting Trev Alberts. Give me Texas A&M.
I'm with you, Jeremiah. I'm going to go with Texas A&M here. I think that, new head coach Mike Elko, but I think he brings the right attitude into this one, and I think that Notre Dame is, I don't feel like I can pick with them very often unless they're a heavy favorite. So in a close matchup like this one, I'll go with Texas A&M.
Okay. Students are Notre Dame. They're with you, the Irish. Jessica and the students have lined up pretty similar this week in the picks.
I like that.
I'm with the big dog and Josh. I think A&M, I think that sweltering heat, this is a day game. I think it'll get to the Irish. I think A&M wears them down. Really good football matchup. A lot of good ones here for week one. I'll go A&M, so another 3-2 split. I love it. Love it. We got a lot of 3-2 splits.
You did good picking the games this week.
Good games.
Because
Good games,
we're not just across the board.
All right, now what did I text you to earlier today?
You said you had a surprise for us. I've been waiting. I've been waiting
for
this
this
whole time.
What do we got?
Okay, we don't ever pick the Huskers, right? We don't pick the Husker game. But what I'm going to do this year is I'm going to pick something to kind of but pick on within the game. So this week's question, and I'll answer first since I've got the question already. Does Dylan Raiola throw for 200 plus in Saturday's game with UTEP? I think he does. I think Nebraska will try to be balanced, but I think the Huskers will have a couple of big pass plays that'll add up quickly. I think he just gets over 200 yards in this game for Nebraska. So give me a yes on Dylan, 200 plus. The students also have a yes.
That's a tough one. It's a good question because do they let it fly? Does he play the whole game? Do they try to let some other guys in? Do they run it a lot? Are they up enough that they don't have to throw it? I think he's just slightly under. I'm going to go slightly under 200, but pretty close right to 200.
It's a good line, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great line. I'm with Jess strictly because, and I'm not saying this as a bad thing towards him. I'm saying this that it's a good thing that we're beating up on this team so bad that we get the second string in and we get some guys in there and we get some other people in there so he's not having to throw for 200 yards, right? And we're having guys with multiple. I'd rather have multiple 100-yard rushers than Dylan run for 200 yards. Surprise, surprise. I
was going to say, Searles, where's the run the dang ball?
Surprise. But I do think that it's going to be just shy, but I think there's many 200-yard games in his future.
Searles, if you don't know this, Searles really likes it when the Huskers run the football.
I've heard that.
It makes me feel some type of way, that's for sure.
Hi, Josh.
All right, well, I do think the Huskers will be up big, and I think that he might come out in the third quarter, but I think he gets to 200 by halftime. I think that they're going to attack. I think he's going to have some big pass plays in the first half.
Love it.
Big chunk plays, so I'm going with the over on this one.
Love it. We'll be monitoring that stat monitor all game, won't we?
I will not be upset to be wrong about this one. Hey, if he throws for 300, I'd be ecstatic, you know?
I mean, as much as I want that, as much as I want to be right on this, if he comes out there and lights it up for 300 yards and 0 interceptions, sign me up.
Good stuff. Jeremiah, it's been fun. Always is,
I can't wait. Every single week, we're back.
Love it. Jeremiah Searles with our Choices Treatment Center picks of the games for college football this week. Folks, if you or someone you know is struggling with problem gambling, free treatment is available in Nebraska. Call Choices 24-hour helpline at 402-476-2300 for more information. Offices in Lincoln and Columbus. Woodhouse, well, they've been your trusted partner in every day since 1975. Shop for your next vehicle with the home team at Woodhouse and the official auto dealer of Nebraska Athletics. More of the show coming up next.
It's go time in the Midwest. The Labor Day sales event is on now. Time to get 0% financing or $6,000 cash back on a new 2024 F-150. Don't wait. Get our best deals on our best selection of Ford trucks only through September 3rd. These deals won't last forever, so that means it's go time. Go to the Labor Day sales event at your Midwest Ford dealers today. It all ends September 3rd. Now get 0% financing for 36 months for up to $6,000 cash back on a 2024 F-150. Only at your Midwest Ford dealers.
Hi, this is Rex Burkhead, and I'm asking you to donate to the Team Jack Foundation to support childhood brain cancer research. Your contribution fuels the discovery of new treatments, enhancing children's lives and improving survival rates. Childhood brain cancer is a serious issue in Nebraska, where we rank number 7th nationally in incident rates. Every dollar brings us closer to a cure and a brighter future for these brave kids. Make a difference today by visiting teamjackfoundation.org to donate. Go Big Red.
Nebraskans are choosing chiropractic for better health. Why chiropractic? Because it's safe, drug-free, and a cost-effective treatment option for back and joint pain. Plus, all generations can benefit from natural chiropractic care. Choose chiropractic first for pain relief or to improve your mobility, athletic performance, or overall wellness. Make chiropractic your first choice for better health, and find a chiropractic physician near you at nebraska-chiropractic.org. Get your life back with chiropractic.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Dear Truckin' Awesome. Want more horsepower in the stable? The Tundra iForce Max is the most powerful Tundra ever. With its electrifying twin-turbo V6, you got everything you need. Saddle up the Tacoma TRD Pro. Its segment-first performance seats are designed to smooth out the shocks when the ride gets bumpy. The Toyota 4Runner is part mean streak, part wild side, and an all-around icon. Check out that signature power rear window, will ya? Yes, sir, Toyota trucks. Find yours at toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
See your Omaha Metro and Lincoln Toyota dealers. Corwin Toyota of Bellevue, Village Point Toyota of Omaha, Baxter Toyota of La Vista, or Baxter Toyota of Lincoln.
Noddle Companies proudly supports the Huskers Radio Network. As a full-service leader in commercial real estate, we create thriving communities. Discover what's new in the Builders District in North Downtown, Noddle Hospitality's latest venture in Exarban Village, and the contemporary living of row house townhomes on Leavenworth. We're welcoming world-class concepts from men's fashion and great eats to gorgeous homes and green spaces, all professionally managed by Noddle Services. These are the Noddle Companies, building a better Nebraska. For more information, check us out on Facebook and Instagram.
Live reports of a polar bear on the loose. Man, is it cold enough for a polar bear in here?
Yes, we use SOS. Come on in.
SOS to the rescue! Nebraska defensive lineman Nash Hubbard here. People know me as the polar bear, and when I want to stay cool, I call SOS. Their techs don't make commissions, so they give you an honest opinion, fair pricing, and longer warranties than the competition, guaranteed. Mention the polar bear and get a free 10-year labor warranty on new York equipment. The best warranty you have.
Call 402-391-2336.
Here in Nebraska, we love our teachers. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska is teaming up with Husker Athletics to recognize teachers who help students live their best and healthiest lives. Visit huskers.com/touchdown for teachers today to tell us about your favorite Nebraska educator. Winning teachers get a school day visit from Herbie Husker and a VIP experience at the 2025 Husker football spring game. Thanks to their biggest fans at Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska. Head to huskers.com/touchdown for teachers today.
It's go time in the Midwest. The Labor Day sales event is on now. Time to get 0% financing or $6,000 cash back on a new 2024 F-150. Don't wait. Get our best deals on our best selection of Ford trucks only through September 3rd. These deals won't last forever, so that means it's go time. Go to the Labor Day sales event at your Midwest Ford dealers today. It all ends September 3rd. Now get 0% financing for 36 months for up to $6,000 cash back on a 2024 F-150. Only at your Midwest Ford dealers.
Huskers Radio Network Broadcast Center, sponsored by Akrs. They are the Midwest premier John Deere dealer supplying the equipment and service to advance agriculture and much more. Akrs solutions for every field. Quick update, they did move back that kickoff in Minneapolis to the top of the hour, 8 o'clock. They had the same storm that's kind of going through Lincoln and Omaha right now. This line of storms goes all the way to the Twin Cities. It is now past. They're going to get that game in just an hour delayed. Into the first quarter. NDSU hanging in there. It's 14-10. Colorado with a lead, but NDSU is driving. Rutgers all over Howard after a bit of a slow start in the first half. It's 31-7. About 10 minutes to go in the game in Piscataway there. And then at the top of the hour, also, you've got Illinois getting ready to play the Fighting Illini, getting ready to open their season against Eastern Illinois. So a couple of Big Ten games that will take you deep into the night. So that'll be kind of fun for you to stay up and watch some college football here late tonight. Woodhouse has been a trusted partner in your everyday since 1975. Shop for your next vehicle with a home team at Woodhouse and the official auto dealer of Nebraska Athletics. All right, Matt Rhule held a press conference after today's practice, giving us yet another practice report.
It's time for the Nebraska football practice report.
Getting out of boot camp and getting to football is probably exciting for them, but also relief because I know a lot of these guys, the guys that came back, they came back because they want to get to the season.
Well, one of the first questions to the coach was today, where's the status of the kicking game? What's Tristan's availability? Where's his team at 2 days out?
I think we have a unique kind of a thing. I think like John would kick some, maybe a little further out. Tristan maybe would kick something closer. We kicked today, so that could still change based upon today's results. That's Ed's decision. That's not one that I get. I mean, I get involved in everything, obviously. I'm a control freak, but I do trust the coaches to make those types of decisions. And so Ed and Josh are charting everything. So I could see you seeing both of those guys kick, and I think you'll see John kick off.
That makes some sense. You've got Tristan coming off of a leg surgery 2 months ago. You don't want to pressure it. You want him to kick easy. You don't want him to try to really extend to maybe make a 48, 50-yard field goal. And certainly you don't need him to kick off if you've got other people. And also Brian Buschini can kick off for Nebraska as well. So I think that's a pretty reasonable approach. We'll see how it unfolds Saturday during the game. All right, the coach was asked, do you still get nervous, even though you've been at this a while, the head coaching game, just a couple of days away from the opener?
Honestly, a lot of nerves, right? A lot of nerves. I bear a tremendous responsibility to do my job well for the players. You get into game day and the decisions you make, even something as new as a 2-minute timeout, just making sure that I'm constantly in the moment and that I'm doing a good job for our players. So I get nervous. But I'm also really excited. I'm really excited for the guys. This is a good football team. Now, we have to make the step of playing like a good football team, but we are a good football team. And I really like this UTEP team. I really like Scotty Walden. I like what he's done. Like, I've watched everything. Like, I listened to him, at a coach's show last night. Like, my wife, I told you I went to dinner in the car on the way there. I'm listening to him, and she's like, can you talk to me? I'm like, 1 second, honey, I got to listen to this. And I like what he's doing. So I think this is a really good matchup for us and a really good game for us. But so I'm excited to see these guys play, and excited to be back out there in front of the fans. We get spoiled here in that you have this amazing experience at the spring game, right? And then you have this amazing experience when we had the 1890 practice where you're playing in front of thousands of people. So you get a little spoiled, but there's nothing like game day here. And so, I mean, I haven't coached many places many games like this. So it's really exciting for me.
And we'll leave you with this one. A lot has been made about the Huskers changing sidelines. They will now occupy the west sideline, backs to the press box, the ability to get in the shade earlier on a hot day like Saturday's supposed to be with UTEP. And the other thing is, you put the visiting team on the east side, you've got the band over there, you have the student section over there who can make a lot of noise and be disruptive when teams are trying to huddle and talk and go over things during timeouts. Coach was asked what kind of benefit is that going to be for the team having the opposition now in front of the students?
Especially now with the tablets and the communication, like the teams that communicate best on game day are going to win. And so our students are amazing. Our Boneyard Bash, we had thousands of people here. So I think having the students and having the band makes that more of a hostile. We're a very kind group. It's Nebraska nice, which is awesome. But for like 2 hours, we can cheer after the game for 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. Let's make it hard on them. And so we go places sometimes, and it's hard, right? It's hard to communicate on the bench. That'll be hard. The sun shines on that side, into your eyes a little bit. And then the change, one of the big things, most small things, but big things is the changer in your way, So like, literally, we were on the visitor side for 12 games last year. I'm kind of always like, they're moving. I'm trying to move, and they're moving. So it's a little cleaner. Now the sideline's a little shorter because the field's not flush. It's a little tilted. So the sideline's a little smaller on our side. But yeah, I definitely think the students, and you heard Troy say it, the students have an opportunity to impact the game, and our band, who's fantastic, has an opportunity to impact the game, and so that's great. And our crowd on third down impacts the game. So sometimes our guys think they're great pass rushers, and I'm like, the tackle didn't quite hear the snap there. James Williams had one last year. The tackle didn't move. I'm like, you might better thank the fans, bro. So yeah, all those things are fun about playing at home.
There you go. Some comments from the head coach earlier today. His last media availability before we kick this off on Saturday. Again, 2:30 kick, 10:30 for pregame coverage. Husker game day Ben McLaughlin, Damon Benning will have the first 2 hours of our pregame show on Saturday. All right, 402-413-2400. Still a little bit of time if you want to fire off a text. Back to wrap up tonight's show next.
Shop Woodhouse Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Blair and Bellevue during the Make This the Summer event going on right now. Receive 2.9% APR for 84 months on the 2024 Jeep Wrangler 4xE. Visit one of our 2 convenient locations in Blair or Bellevue, or start your car buying journey online at WoodhouseCDJRBellevue.com or WoodhouseChryslerJeepDodge.com today. This is Woodhouse with approved credit, tax, title, license extra when financed with Stellantis Financial Services. Offer expires 09/03/2024. See dealer for details.
When you switch and save with Progressive, you could use that money towards going to see your favorite team in the playoffs. Progressive cannot guarantee that you can go see your favorite team in the playoffs. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds on average, but we cannot guarantee that your favorite team will make the playoffs or even finish with a winning record. They could easily lose more than half their games and finish in the cellar because they stink badly and haven't made the playoffs in years. Savings, very possible. Playoffs, highly doubtful. Switch and see if you could save at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance and Affiliates, not available in all states. We cannot be held liable for your favorite team's terrible and frankly embarrassing performances now or ever.
From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, I'm broadcasting Major Connor Clark with Campus News. For the 7th straight year, the University of Nebraska system is a top 100 patent-earning institution in the world. NU researchers were granted 46 patents in 2023, ranking the university at number 55 nationally, ahead of Big Ten schools like Michigan State and Penn State.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Pickup truck, sports car, motorcycle, minivan, townhouse, 2-story, farmhouse, fixer-upper. What you drive and where you live is different for everyone, so it's important to have insurance that fits your needs and is just right for you. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that, which is why our agents help you design a comprehensive auto, home, and life insurance plan. Insurance that fits just right.
See Shelter Agent Josh Ahrens in Kearney, Scott Vermas in La Vista, or Dennis Malloy in Bellevue today.
At Woodhouse Chevy, we believe in the power of performance. Whether it's an adventure with the family or tackling the toughest jobs, Woodhouse Chevy has you covered. Woodhouse Chevy offers many models to choose from and amazing features like wireless Apple CarPlay, lane keep assist with lane departure warning, front pedestrian braking, and so much more. Woodhouse Chevy brings you 2 convenient locations in Omaha and Missouri Valley. Together, let's drive with Woodhouse Chevy.
Back final few minutes, Sports Family here on a Thursday night. It's our last show of the week. We have volleyball tomorrow night, as you heard last hour in our volleyball show, with Corpus Christi in town, 7 o'clock first serve, 6 o'clock for pregame coverage, JB and Lauren on the call of that. So we're back Monday, and we will have a live show for you Monday. I know it's Labor Day. Most people take that day off. We will not. We have a press conference earlier that day with head coach Matt Rhule, so we will be here Monday night. So if you're looking for something to do, something to entertain you at the end of your Labor Day weekend, we'll be on the air with a live show on Monday night to recap the football game, hopefully a big Husker win against UTEP, and then recap Coach Rhule's press conference from earlier in the day. Next week, volleyball plays Tuesday. They play Thursday. So those 2 nights, we will have volleyball and not sports Friday. Update from Boulder, NDSU right down the field. Scores a touchdown. They're up 17-14. 12 minutes to go in the first half. So, man, that has just been a back-and-forth battle with NDSU and Colorado. The Buffaloes defense getting picked apart by the Bison in that game. Rutgers is really blowing the lid off Howard now. It's 38-7, 4 minutes to go in Piscataway. So after a bit of a sluggish start, Scarlet Knights are going to put them away and win pretty handily. Illinois at the top of the hour with Eastern Illinois. Minnesota at the top of the hour with their game with North Carolina. That got backed up an hour because of severe weather in the Twin Cities. So there's your college football scoreboard update here on a Thursday night with some college football games. I love it. Love seeing all these games and all these scores go across the ticker and the wire. All right, everybody, enjoy your Labor Day weekend. Be safe if you're headed to the lake, doing those type of things. We want everybody to enjoy themselves on what is, some people consider the last weekend of the summer. We want you back here in tow with us for Sports Sunday on Monday. If not Monday, if you're still being busy with your Labor Day activities, back with you on Wednesday night because we'll have volleyball again on Tuesday night. Woodhouse has been a trusted partner in your everyday since 1975. Shop for your next vehicle, the home team at Woodhouse and the official auto dealer of Nebraska Athletics. Boy, I can't wait. I'm going to get off the air and go watch the end of these games. Some really good ones. And I think Minnesota, North Carolina will be a good football game as well. Thanks to Camden and to Henry and all of you for being a part of the program tonight. Enjoy the rest of your evening and your holiday weekend. We'll talk to you again on Saturday. Huskers and Miners. Good night.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Nebraskans are choosing chiropractic for better health. Why chiropractic? Because it's safe, drug-free, and a